Hello, how are you? This is Isabel.
And I'm Miriam, and we are the Divining Divas. And today we're going to pull tarot cards on the new moon in Aquarius.
The new moon in Aquarius. I heard it described today by an astrologer as a wild moon. It's a very rich one because so many planets are converging and co-joining in the sign of Aquarius, ruled by Uranus, which is the planet of unexpected changes. So there's a lot that we cannot plan in advance, but we can be ready for, open for, and available for.
So it's expansive.
Expansive, it's very creative, and we're being invited to look within and stay open to what can happen, what can come up, the messages that we get from our intuition, our inner knowing, and also be okay with not knowing.
Oh, that's a hard one. You know what? It's a hard one, but then again, it's like we're changing.
Yeah,
So it's kind of nice to have changes happen. On the other hand, especially with Uranus and Saturn, and that there's changes for everybody. It's still, I still think it's scary for a lot of people.
sure. It can be very hypnotizing to allow ourselves to be scared and so we can say yes, it's scary, and also see what happens. Just stay open to the changes, to the messages that we're getting.
So I'm going to pull a
Mhm.
moon card.
Awesome.
Oh, this is really great. Okay, because it is safe and beautiful to express my sensuality. So
Hmm.
that's really about going within. It actually, which is great to go within because that's our feminine nature. So this card talks about going going to that sensual, that place of create. It's just like you said, it's a place of creativity and a place to find our deeper wisdom. And it is February, which in most places in the northern hemisphere, it's cold. I
Oh,
mean, not as much here in California, cold as we're normally used to. I miss that for about a day. That snow where it's like so quiet and
mhm.
there's something about it that's so magical. I miss that until, you have to clean up. So what this card, the sensuality card, talks about is it also talks about placing your palms on your belly and have an inverted triangle, like
Mhm.
over your womb. And that's where the meditations, and so it's called an ovarian breathing. So even if you don't have ovaries, you can just put your hands there.
Yeah, and see what shows up, what images show up, what inspiration comes to you. I was going to do briefly the numerology for this day, February 11th, 2021. It adds up to number nine. The number nine, which is a hermit, is the number for completion and new beginnings. And it's the symbol that invites us to go within, to really check in with ourselves, since we are in a Mercury retrograde, to reset and retrace and reimagine and rest, also, repair our energy, refill, refuel. All of these words that start with re. Are you going to pull a tarot card for this, the energy of the new moon?
So here we have a page of fire. So I guess that's like waiting for spirit and creativity to come in. So it's there. So, here's where sometimes this is like a new energy, and he's kind of standing there waiting for things to happen. But I don't often think of the pages as so passive, But this card also, because it has that little oval there, that's also that's a very calm and still place to be. So
Mm,
it's about like watching them, but things are starting to grow because also on the second and third, it was St. Bridget's Day or Groundhog Day too. So that's the thing. Is there more 6 more a week till spring where things are starting to pop up.
very much so. And I like the energy of the Prince of Wands or the Prince of Fire because it's bold, it's curious, it's adventurous. It's an energy that says, let's not commit just yet. Let us check it out. Let us see what happens. Let's follow our curiosity and our sense of meaning and willingness to trust that we're on the right path, that we're being guided by our creativity and our sense of adventure.
Mhm.
I will pull a card from my Goddess Tarot deck. So this is the card of the Five of Swords, which is a very interesting card. And the swords represent the element of air. So it's about our mind, and the Five of Swords, it's about disappointment over what didn't happen, what should have happened, what our expectations were that were unmet. And so this card is really a card of letting go of our expectation, letting go of how things should be, because we're being called, being willing to follow another beat than the A and the B and the C and the D. It's really about being okay with being in a non-linear time, and that things don't always proceed like this, all in a row, and all set and planned in advance. So this is about being open to plans turning out differently and trying to withhold our expectations.
And it also happens to be one of the cards, one of 3 cards in my deck in
Hmm.
the Polarity Wellness Tarot that relate to Aquarius. What I can tell you is that it's also relates to the ankles.
Mm.
So if I think about like this time, it's like then it's just like what you're saying, Isabel, is it's like it's things are starting to grow, or what that page is saying is it's
Mhm.
like things are starting. So if they were starting from the feet and then going and getting grounded
Wow.
through our ankles, and
Mhm.
then there's some sense, some sort of flexibility that we need there to like trust.
We can't be rigid, is what it seems to be saying. So please take care of yourself, be gentle, listen, and be open. And let us know what you think. Let us know what your experience is when you try to do that.
And I'm going to just add patience.
Patience. Yes, indeed. It's okay to do things more than once in order to get it just so.
Yep, I can relate to that really well.
Thank you for listening and watching. Take
Take
care.
care.